Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a lovely day. I feel like it's been a while since I haven't come up with a journaling video, so this time we're gonna talk about journaling for mental health, anxiety/stress relief. The thing is, I used to struggle with stress management and various mental health issues, and after some research, I figured one of the best and most recommended ways to have control over it is through journaling. Some people may see it as woo-woo because it's simple, you just grab a pen and paper and get to writing, but when it's done with a strategy technique aligned with your needs, journaling can be super powerful and healing. So with the journaling prompts that I'll share in this video, whenever you feel stressed, in need of readjusting your headspace, you can come back and do some of these exercises. 1. Distancing language. I'll start with the most effective journaling prompt that worked for me, and it's called distancing language. The whole idea is based on creating a space distance with you and your thoughts. Your thought is a thought. It's not reality, it's not a fact, just a cloud passing through your mind. So if you catch yourself having anxious thoughts, write down those by starting, I'm having thoughts like, the story in my mind is, and end these with this. This is a thought, not a fact. The first time I encountered this journaling technique, I said, hell yeah, so true, I'm gonna give it a try. And it works. If you're a bit lazy when it comes to sitting down and journaling, have an approach like this. I'm gonna give it a try. If it works, great. I found what I'm looking for. If not, I'll try other ways. 2. Storytelling technique. Second way to journal for mental health is writing down the event that caused stress, anxiety, or any type of negative, unpleasant feelings in you. Go with the flow. You don't have to follow any structure. You don't have to be a writer or storyteller, just like talking to our friends. But keep in mind those 3 points. 1. The story have to be objective. Yes, it can include your feelings without exaggeration, but try to look at from an outside perspective, almost like a third person. I know it's not easy, but practice makes perfect. 2. It shouldn't include stress-triggering or negative self-talk phrases, such as, I'll never get out of it, the way it always happens to me. Instead, you can say, this event caused me to have pessimistic thoughts. Take the drama out of it. 3. Determine if there is a pattern, if this event has repeated previously. If you can find the pattern, you can even come up with a solution. Oh, I felt this way before too. Oh, I always react similarly to this issue or person. Oh, I acted the same way after that too. You don't have to sit down and journal right away the event has happened. In fact, I wouldn't recommend you to do it because you'll need time to soothe yourself and reflect on what happened. So the story itself is not only gonna help you with releasing everything in your mind, but also coming up with helpful, objective, constructive analysis of the situation. 3. Is it really important? When I feel stress or anger kicks in, I made asking the simple question a habit. Is it really important? Does it really matter? Or is it the end of the world? Because 90% of the time the answer is we like to exaggerate stuff thanks to the burst of emotions, uncontrolled emotions we experience, and no, it's not that important. You can take it as a journaling prompt and do it on paper, but I mostly do this quick check-in in my head. If you want, you can transform this question to, will it matter after 1 year? Will I even remember after 1 year? If no, there is no need to stress about it. Very typical example of this, back in college, I used to stress about my grades, try to get the highest as possible, and compare myself to others, even though I passed the exam. After some time, I realized I'm not able to be an academician nor be the first in my department. I just want to graduate, and those grades I stress over about won't even matter after my graduation. I'll forget them. To cut a long story short, don't damage your mental health for things that won't matter after some time. It doesn't worth it. 4. Things I can control. Mostly the reason of why we feel stressed or anxious is something we are not able to control. Human brain wants predictability, so we can create that to some extent by separating things we can control and we cannot control, coming up with a things I can control list. So anything outside of this list is simply not worth being stressed about. It has nothing to do with you. You can control how hard you'll study for an exam, but if the teacher asks very tricky, strange questions, there's nothing you can do about it. Very typical. Traffic, the decisions that your company made, your husband's family, the list can go on and on. 5. Accomplishment list. When you're in depth of your capabilities, this is going to be your compass. List every small, big success you have, or you can create categories for each of those and remind yourself what you're capable of. 6. The final question. What this feeling is trying to tell me. I'm a huge believer that every emotion has a purpose, has a function, and instead of trying to get rid of them immediately, we should consider why they appeared in the first place, because every feeling, every emotion has a message, and the more we'll learn to read these signs, the better we can live, have better experiences, and have more fulfilled and healthy relationships. Don't judge yourself, just play the scenario in your head one more time and ask yourself what this feeling is trying to tell me.